Hey guys, BENZZ4318 with an actual review of a shoe. I unboxed this shoe about a week ago, and so I've had the Flyknit trainer for a week now, and I haven't really branded them because with them being kind of a limited release, I didn't really want to use them for real running. But I'll keep them more for school, and I'll try and keep them look nice or stuff like that. But I'm definitely not going to take them to my track, because when I go on my track, this is what happens. They get kind of red. I kind of cleaned them a little because I was doing more training in the grass last night, but that's what happens. So I'm not going to be using these on my track for any running. But I have walked, probably about 10 miles in these just last week when I went to the Under Armour outlet grand opening. Walked a lot in that, and I've been helping out at my high school. So I've definitely been using these for a while. So first off, I'll show you the wear. This has stayed pretty clean and pretty strong. I'm not having any of it wearing down, but I also haven't been using it on concrete, or I'm preferring not to. Definitely this white zone has gotten a little dirty, but I definitely like that they have the rubber on the whole outsole. That keeps it from making that look so dirty. But to the midsole, I'm starting to notice some creasing from standing on it. It's definitely gotten dirty around the midsole, so that's kind of a disappointment. Here on the instep, you can see a lot more creasing from putting weight on it, and that's just what's going to happen over time. Like all shoes do that. I wish they would have kept these grooves going. That would have kind of prevented it, made everything flex with the grooves instead. So I made a comment on the last video for the actual unboxing that they have the Ortholite sock liner. Well, this is kind of weird. They have some sort of kind of black tinting going on, and I'm guessing that is from the heel counter that's on the inside, and that's kind of made the sock liner look kind of black, which is kind of weird. But like I said, it's the Ortholite technology, so it's nice and soft, kind of like memory foam almost, but definitely thinner than what's seen on the Freerun 3. So one of the things I noticed was they're not the most comfortable shoe to stand in for a while. Definitely, because I would stand away from my sister, of course, and especially in the heel, I was feeling a lot of pressure in the heel, like on my heel. It wasn't feeling quite so soft. And these being trainer shoes, they're supposed to have a little bit more cushioning and better support for diagonal movements. But I was not too satisfied by that happening. I definitely didn't expect it to be a pain. Probably wearing my Lunar Glide 4s would have been a better option for that day. But just, because these are new, I thought it'd be cool. Went to the Nike store. All the employees there were shooting looks at me like, how the heck did you get that shoe? Well, it's because I paid for it. But see, the upper, it's not getting too dirty. My first assumption when I ordered the shoe, I thought that this would be very loose, and I thought that it would probably tear easy. Honestly, you could probably take like a steak knife and try and slash at it, and this would not tear. It's pretty strong. I haven't had any little pieces kind of come out, but I haven't really been using them incredibly. It definitely fits to your foot, and I'm seeing over time it's starting to kind of get a little bit looser, and so it's kind of adapting to my foot, which is actually nice, because I did get these and they're a little narrow, and I have a little bit wider feet, so I have a little bit of room in the toe box, but that's also for growing, because 11s were too small, 12s were way too big. So I got these, and they're definitely loosening up, so the width feels better. But again, also with the width, this is a kind of a problem. I'll lose my balance a little, and I'm a little sore from training, but I'll lose my balance because this is very not very wide at all. So you can see 2 inches, if that. So 2 inches wide at the thinnest part, and then it gets wider here, but it's really still like maybe 4 inches across. And so that is a problem, especially if you have a training shoe. It's not very wide. So to compare it again, I'll show you. I'll grab my left foot one. Actually, go like this. So you can see it's not very wide on the bottom, and that is a problem. And free runs are not very good for training, so that shouldn't really count. But that has been a problem, that they're not very wide. Really anywhere on the shoe, it's kind of easy to kind of roll over a little, and just, yeah, it's not extremely great. I was concerned about the swoosh, since it's painted on, that maybe it would kind of start chipping away. I haven't really had problems with that. I have had a problem with chipping away on something, but it's not exactly a problem with the shoe. There was a Nike Plus logo here, kind of like on the left foot. There was one, and it peeled off on like the second day, so that was kind of disappointing, but nobody ever sees that, so that's okay. Another thing, this, I said in my other video how this is kind of stretchy. It definitely helps when you're tightening your laces. You kind of tighten them, and then you just pull this up, and then it fits pretty good. With the tongue being so thin like this, because it's a very thin material, sometimes it'll buckle over when I'm putting my shoe in, or when I'm putting my foot in, sorry. And so that will kind of be a little annoying, because it is detached tongue, unlike like the Free Run 2 or even the Lunar Glide 2. They both had the one piece tongue and upper, and so that gets kind of annoying. I was kind of acclimated to that, but with this being such a thin material for the tongue, it does buckle over a little bit, and that'll cause a little bit of pain, but it's not huge. So that's about it. Overall, it's a pretty solid shoe. I definitely wouldn't recommend going out and paying $250 or $150 retail, but honestly, on eBay right now, you have to pay like $250 to get a pair of Flyknits. I was fortunate enough to get one from Nike, but I would definitely wait for getting a pair of Flyknits, because early next year they will have the Lunar 1, which will have Lunar Lawn and Phylon, so that'll definitely be a better shoe, and hopefully by then their manufacturing process will be like improved, and they'll be ready to make a general release, because they only made so many of these, and they really flew off the shelves. But I expect them to be able to make a lot more by like spring 2013, so that there will still be some in stock after everybody goes crazy for them. And you can actually, I just wrote an article about that on my blog, benzz4318.blogspot.com. You can go to that from the description, but I wrote an article about that if you want to check that out, for comparing it to the trainer, and just showing the improvements, and that's definitely something to look forward to. So that's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, now that I have a little bit of experience, go ahead and put them in the comments, and I'll try and get some as quick as I can. And thanks for watching.